Hey guys, Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. Appreciate you guys clicking on the video. How we doing? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in with me. I'm gonna do a video about something that I don't normally talk about. Japanese Pokemon. As you can see, that's about the only thing I can get in right now is Japanese Pokemon. And even then, it's like, it's at a more expensive price. Here, come look. I mean, this is, you know, margins that are built in for a store, okay? Yes. I know you're already going to go down in the comments and be like, Mason, what are you doing? This is blah, 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 this is $20 above a booster box. I know. There is no distribution for Japanese Pokemon. I have to buy it, just like you all do, and then put it in my store so I have things to sell. There is no, like, discount price for me. There's no, like, oh, Cardinal Gaming? I got you, bro. It's not a thing. Especially with me, that's not, I definitely don't get that kind of stuff. I'm not that big. So, let's talk about Japanese Pokemon. We have seen, over the past couple months here, a really, I would say, like, nice stabling of the market in Japanese stuff. It's not where it was at all, right? Like, because we used to hear, like, oh, Pokemon, Japanese Pokemon is so cheap, and you hear about it in Japan, you know, they're like $40 a box, and you can rip all day, right, supposedly. But you know, they're 30-pack boxes, and they're really cheap, and they're fun. You can just rip for days, and it's a fun time. There is a lot of stuff that is not. There is a lot of stuff that is not like fantastic about Japanese products. It's not really a great opening experience because there's only 5 packs in a thing. These little deluxe boosters. It's a very interesting concept they've come up with these little fat guys. Look how thick that boy is. These are the deluxe boosters from Black and White. Man, if they'd done this in English, that would have been something crazy. Like a collector booster equivalent to Pokemon, that would have been crazy. But not quite. 35 cards in that pack. A little different. So Pokemon in Japan is on two extremes. It's either very few packs or few cards in the pack, or it's 35, the most packs in a booster pack, or most cards in a pack that you can find. Kind of wild, but interesting little concept, and you can tell they're kind of trying to tweak things, or maybe even raise their profits through production, trying to make their production last a little bit longer, right? If you make products that are more expensive, or maybe the units sell and they're more expensive price point, you know, you can kind of get a lot more money in return for figuratively less work. Those little boxes have 4 packs in them. 4 packs of those deluxe boosters. And, you know, you're only wrapping that, you know, the wrappings and stuff like that. They're the same size box as like this is a prismatic, what they would be Terrestrial Festival in Japan, this guy. The same size box of that, but they are considerably, again, thicker packs. They look like sports card packs. They're like, you know, those big, like, break packs that have, like, the big inserts in them. That's almost what they look like. But what a neat little concept to have something randomized, but also have a guaranteed hit in them. Pokemon traditionally does not do guaranteed hits. That's not a thing that's like, hey, buy this, you're guaranteed to get, like, sure, booster boxes have, like, a built-in, like, yeah, you should get so many art rares. You should get, but that's just us going off averages, right? Never have we had a product that was like, all right, you open this, you're guaranteed one of the better hits out of a box. That's never been a thing. So, interesting step that they're going to be doing. I'm interested to see if they continue doing this moving forward. Or does this mean, with those kind of big jumbo deluxe packs, does that mean that they are faster produced? They can produce more and produce more quickly with less packs in them? I don't really know. I don't know the mechanics of it. So I'm just trying to determine how they came up with this idea to kind of make this kind of a unique product when in reality they're crushing it right now. Like there's no shortage of demand for any type of Pokemon product. And all these packs up here, they all do great. People come in and buy them, and you know, because they are you know, English packs are $5, $6, $7, $8. yeah, they're gonna buy a Japanese pack for a little bit of the price, and some people enjoy them more. Some people come in and maybe have never opened up Japanese stuff, and they say, oh well, for $3 a pack, $4 a pack, $5 a pack, yeah, I'll take a swing at it, you know. But then, you know, just it's just a whole different experience because of the smaller pack sizes and things like that. It is it can be a little jarring, and I know it's off-putting to some people that say, I don't really like Japanese product. I don't want to open that. But then for like a set like Team Rocket is actually probably one that I've actually sold a lot of, just because if you just want Team Rocket stuff, that's how you get it, right? Is you got to open that. So that's one of those boxes as well that, you know, have done, and I've sold probably 3 or 4 times of Team Rocket that I have of any other standard sets, because it's just a nice theme, all packaged up all together in a nice little box. So people do like that, and they do like it and say, hey, you know, I'll take a box of that and I'll rip that box because I just want Team Rocket stuff. So that is a nice thing about Japanese products that I wish they would kind of lean into more. I don't want them to go too far into being like, hey, this is all the grass and the water types all in this one box, and then we'll put, you know, I don't want to like to divide it that way. I think how they did it with black and white is probably like the best way. It's just like another, like, you know, it's a good balance of different things, but they just have something, or like the legendary, or maybe the hits of the box are a little more balanced based on the theming of the box, right? That's a nice little way to do it, but you still have like a cohesive branding to that guy. It's going to be interesting to see a lot of firsts in this black and white set. What having those split sets are going to do in English. I am very scared that I'll probably sell out like black, for example. Black is going to sell out, but I'll have white. Or black is going to be like $20 more expensive for an ETB or something like that. I really don't want to see that. I really would hate that to be the case. Because it feels weird. It feels weird to have that kind of like weird mix like that. And, you know, unless you balance things absolutely perfectly, which I don't know if you can, people are going to want to desire one box over the other. Even with the different kind of splits of the ETBs, like these guys, the Paradox Rift, you know, the Iron Gallade Guardy kind of sells, a lot faster than the Roaring Moon does. It just does. It's more popular Pokemon, more popular Pokemon set. Just in the ETB, the packs are exactly the same. Okay, what if people really like Zekrom and they don't like Reshiram? You know, what if they don't? You know, they have favor to one or the other. Maybe the other ones, maybe they have the art rares that are better. Maybe they think the waifu chase in one is better than the other one. That's what makes me worried. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it does, and see which one sells better, or if there's people that lean one way or the other. Hopefully it's pretty even split. But another thing that we kind of took from Japan, and we're gonna see how it goes. Odd that, you know, Pokemon always tries these kind of stuff, and it's kind of fun to watch. And this being a kind of like an in-between set, I guess it makes sense to, like, you know, experiment with this one a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see what it does. I am a little bit nervous about the situation of the two sets being split. We'll see, right? We'll see what happens. And then, you know, we have like the Master Balls and the Pokeballs coming back for English as well, which is, again, you're going to have 4 prints of a single Pokemon. All the way from, you know, Trubbish to, I mean, they're all going to have 4 different kinds. No, because they all have art rares. Regular art, regular reverse, Pokeball, Master Ball, art rare. 5. They have 5 different types of each of these cards. That's silly. We probably would have been good if they didn't do Pokeballs and Master Balls in this one. Just saying. Just going to throw that out there and be like, the art rare, you know, everybody getting an art rare is probably special enough, guys. We don't need any more than that. We're good. But they kind of just threw everything at us, huh? Interesting to see all these things that, you know, that Japan is doing kind of trickling over into English. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? That's all I got, guys. To close, just Japan stuff. Well, why do I say it like that? Japan stuff is just it gives a nice little stopgap into things. It does give people some varieties. I at least have full shelves. I don't have to worry about like being able to find stuff. I just have to get my little tiny bit of margins where I can, and luckily in the Japanese product, at least I can kind of do that. And people think it's exotic enough, or at least the price point. If you go out to buy a box of Japanese product, it's you have to pay shipping and all that stuff and weight and all that kind of thing. It's not something that a lot of people can just walk in and buy. So having it like this for the convenience sake of it is nice, and people do. I don't think mind the me putting $1 or whatever on a booster pack, or 20 bucks or something on a box, and they're gonna be okay. So it is nice to have something on the shelves, something Pokemon that people can kind of trade stuff towards and stuff like that. That is something that I do miss about having product on the shelf, because people very often open product, bring me the singles, and then get more. When it's this way, or if it's so expensive, it doesn't really do that same kind of mechanic to them. So it is kind of nice to have. If I trade stuff in, at least I can get some Japanese stuff, and it's not like a crazy price. So, but yeah, I think am I going to still carry Japan? Like, say English caught up and everything, am I still carry Japanese packs? I think so. I think the buyer pool likes getting them early, being able to open the new sets early. Black and white has been really great for us, so that bodes well for the set in English. And then I think that there is a market out there now, and I think people do appreciate the better card quality and the uniqueness of that kind of opening experience. And when they do something different, I think people do appreciate it. So people are far more educated and learning and open to trying that kind of stuff than maybe I would say even like a year ago or 2 years ago, where it's just like, yeah, Japanese, no, I don't worry about it. So hopefully, if I can see boxes go down a little bit, I don't like them being. I think the floor of a lot of my stuff is like $89.99 or something like that, or I think 70 is like my cheapest. If I get those boxes at like 60, I think those are a far better little price point for people to have. $60 for 30 packs to rip is pretty great value. So I think that would be a far better price point if I was able to swing that. Maybe get a better deal on that, and importing it too. It's just it's expensive to bring all this stuff in. I'm spending tens of thousands of dollars on these orders sometimes to get this product in at a quantity that makes sense. So that's the situation with Japanese stuff right now. Appreciate y'all watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. What do you like better, Japanese stuff or English stuff? I can see both things being enjoyable. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to pick one or the other. You can say, maybe I like both. Let me know in the comments. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.